Enlightenment. When questions of life start disturbing, people look for answers through gurus and spiritual masters' books. They start visiting temples, mosques, or churches. As the search intensifies for the answers, questions seem to become tougher. Life goes on and we become old and weak, but still the satisfactory answers seem far away. We listen and read about enlightenment, then we develop a desire for the experience of enlightenment. Our search goes on. When my father expired 2 years back, I remember he was holding a spiritual book in his hand. He died, but his quest for enlightenment was not over. In fact, in my entire life, I have never seen or met anybody who can be called an enlightened soul. What to do to get an enlightenment? People will suggest to read religious books, philosophies of great thinkers, and listening to New Age gurus. Even by reading and listening to all, there is no guarantee that enlightenment will take place. If you ask from public about enlightenment, either they will say it is all bullshit or will start narrating their versions with stories and examples. They will preach you in such a manner as if enlightenment is a very small thing and can easily be achieved. If you believe in their school of thought, and if you counter ask them whether they experienced enlightenment, they will say that enlightenment lies in small things like taking a morning walk, touching the leaves of tree, playing with kids, etc. It is not in becoming, but it is in being. In between, if phone bell rings, they will say an important work has come and will become worried and start talking bad about their bosses. Immediately they will turn from spirituality to absurdity. If you point this also to them, then they will reply, spirituality is not going to fetch you money, and for survival you need money. In this world you have to act and behave worldly, else you will fail in life. I have seen there are many who do all kind of mischiefs day and night, but first thing in the morning they do is to bow their head in front of God, followed by chanting prayers. They will never do any good to poor or needy, but will say that they are God-fearing person. To God they pray daily that their money should keep growing and God should forgive them if they did something wrong for getting the money. If you ask them what is the ultimate goal of life, they will immediately reply, it is self-realization. And once you get self-realization, enlightenment is imminent. In between, if news comes that they have lost a big business deal or a tender, their enlightenment will turn into anger and worry. What is enlightenment? When ego evaporates, there is enlightenment. Thus, enlightenment cannot be attained by search, knowledge, or belief. If you want enlightenment, there will be no enlightenment because any kind of want is desire. Desire or want of anything is same drive, only menu changes. Desire or want of sex, drink, money or enlightenment are all same. It is the drive of pleasure. Why you want enlightenment? I want enlightenment because after attaining it, I will be free from all sorrows of life. It means enlightenment is an escape from all the problems. Many also suggest that after enlightenment, they will achieve salvation and get out of vicious circle of birth and death. Is there a way by which we can get enlightenment? If you ask me frankly, there is no way by which you can get enlightenment. Enlightenment is there, it happens. It can happen to anyone, but if you go after it, it will never happen. Preachers, gurus, and scriptures can act as a pointer. They can guide you which way to go, that you have to find yourself. Enlightenment is a weird phenomenon. If you want, you cannot get, and if you do not want, it may happen. It happens when the mind is in eternal mode, there is no ego operating, and you are living. Many things we cannot capture by words. It is one of them. That's why it can't be written or spoken of. We live in a world of words. Even realization of this can be beneficial. It would be simple to notice and see how sensations are perceived and perception mold us, how ego makes us dance and influence our life. Can we live without ego?